Hi, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a Google form that you can send out to your parents in order to gain your students' first and last names, their address, your parents' information. In the end, it will look something like this. It's pretty simple. And I hope that you find this valuable. I used it all year last year, and I loved that all of the information was stored in my Google Drive so that I can access it from anywhere, from your phone or anywhere that you need to get your parents' contact information. We're going to start by going to our email, and we are going to use one of the Google apps here, and it will be Google Drive. So go ahead and click that. We will be creating a new Google form. So click the red New button and slide down to More and go to Google Forms. This is where we will create our questions and we will also end up creating a link that you can add to your postcard so that your parents can fill this out even before the school year begins. The very first thing that you need to do is to uncheck this very first box. The first box requires for a Northside login, and all of your parents are not Northside employees, so you want to make sure to uncheck that box and click OK. That way anyone can view this form that has the link. The very first question, or the first thing you need to do is create a title here. I'm going to title it Parent Contact Information. And down here we're going to start creating our questions. So the very first question I'm going to ask is the student, sorry, I have a new keyboard here and it's hard to use. Student last name. And we're going to change the question type to a text type question. You'll notice that there's all different choices here. You can make a multiple choice question. You can make where they have to fill in a paragraph. But here we just simply want them to type in their student's last name. So it's a text type question. Here we're going to click that this is a required question. If you have any questions on your form that you don't care either way if the parent fills it out, then you can leave this blank, but we for sure want to know the student's last name and click Done. We're going to add a new question, so click Add Item, and this one is going to be student first name, and I want that to be text, and I also want that to be a required question. I'm going to add another question. I want to know their address. Sorry. And another text type question. Actually, all of these questions that I'm creating today are going to be text type questions. This is also a required question. Let me show you what I did on my form last year. I created a parent guardian number 1 and then a parent guardian number 2 and asked for all their information. That way at least I have, if they're divorced or anything like that, you can get that information as well, but I want to at least have 2 parents' information. Okay, so I'm going to type in parent number 1, first name, last name, so you can get just their names. Also a text question, required, done. Parent number 1, email address, required. For sure you want to get their email addresses if they will give that information to you. Parent number 1, phone number. And you can go through that, add parent number 2, and you can go and add whatever questions that you would like. There was one last question that I asked, and it was, does your student have any allergies that you would like for us to know about? This is just a nice way to really quickly get that information before the school year even begins. So again, optional if you want to include that or not. Okay, once you are done with your questions and you are ready to get the link, down here at the bottom, you can leave show link to submit another response, and you can also allow the responders to edit, but you will want to make sure that you do not click this middle box. The middle box will allow for other people to see the information, and we have some really confidential information in this form that the parents will be filling out, so we definitely do not want a public link for this information. So you'll want to uncheck this box. Then you're going to, if you would like to change the theme and make it cutesy, you can click Change Theme here and choose one here. And that changes the theme. And then go back to edit questions here just to make sure you have all of the questions that you want. If you want to change a question, you click the pencil. If you want to delete a question, you click the trash can. Again, make sure that middle button is not clicked. Click Send Form. This is where you'll get your link. And I would highly suggest to click the short URL. This is going to be the link to your form that you can add to your postcards. So you can just copy and paste this to your labels, and this is what your form will look like to the parents whenever they type in that web address. And okay, now once your form is complete and you've sent it out to your parents, you're going to definitely want to know how to access the information. So I'm going to just quickly fill in this form as if I'm a parent. And I'm just going to put some little information here. Since I marked that these questions are required, they have the little asterisks here, so we have to fill those out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and submit this form. And this is what your parents will see, that they have submitted a response. And for you, on your end, if you go back to your Google Drive, you are now going to see the parent contact information form, which is this one. And then this is going to be the parent contact information responses. If you see right here, it says responses. And if I double click that, it's going to turn into a spreadsheet. It tells me the timestamp, exact time and date that I sent it. It has all of the information here that the parent filled out, or I filled out in this case. So once a lot of your parents start submitting this form, you're going to have a list of your students here and a list of your addresses and all of that. So again, that will be found back into your Google Drive. You'll have the parent contact information form that you created that you can always go back and edit. And you will have the parent contact information responses, which is what you'll receive back from all of the parents. I hope that you have found this informative. If you need any help with this, please just let me know. My email address is elizabeth.robles@nisd.net. Thank you.